So you and I have been in the fight game in our own ways since the beginning of time. And you know how it is, you know, the nervousness before a fight, the aggression, and you're in the gym and you're just thinking of crushing blocks when you hit them. It's that pre-fight jitter and you don't really know what's coming. So now that you're fight week, 3 to 4 days before the fight, fighters stop sparring, everybody chills, food is different, you're around your family, you kind of calm down. Is that how you kind of feel right now, just seeing all these people buying your book and sending you all that stuff? Because in the beginning, you're out of your mind. Right now, how does that humility and gratitude affect you?
Well, I'll tell you what, the night before the book was released, I couldn't sleep.
You didn't sleep at all?
And it wasn't, you know, I'm kind of a calm, calculated person, so I'm measured, but I was in a bad mood. Okay, I'm not that calm. Okay. No. I mean, I'm calm.
Don't discredit the book with a lie.
No. I'm calm in the face of adversity.
Sure. Yeah.
So like I don't panic when shit is happening. I start calculating and figuring out.
You got butterflies.
Yeah, always. And anybody who says they're not scared before fights, I wasn't terrified, but there's fear.
Sure.
Nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to look bad, and you want to perform at your best. That's a human nature, I believe. But yeah, there's nerves and fear and doubt. There's always doubt, and I think some of the people that doubt the most,
right,
and that I have that fear the most, they're sometimes the best when it comes to performance.
Sure.
Some of those guys, you know, they're in the fucking dressing room before a fight. They are scared as fuck, but not scared because they're going to get hit. They're scared about the performance.
Right.
Nobody wants to get knocked out in front of 10,000 people.
Do you feel like that the night before? Like, tomorrow they're going to read my book.
I still feel like that. And I have to say hi to Kathy. She just sent me a message. She said, I'm reading your book. I'm so entertained. It's great. Mm-hmm. I have to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart. I'm humbled at the response of everybody, and that means you. That means all of the people, everybody that has clicked that button and bought my book. I feel so humbled. It hasn't hit me yet. I'm still kind of in shock that I wrote a book. It's not that I wrote a book. I'm not a writer, but I'm an author.
Yep.
I wrote it, I published it, I went from A to Z, crossed the T's, dotted the I's. I finished every detail that was required of me from my publishing company, and I did it all, and it's over. And there was a time, a lot of different moments, I almost threw in the towel. I have to admit, there's times I just said, you know what, this isn't, it's not who I am, it's beyond me, and here I am.
You're an intense dude, so I can only imagine you were real fun to work with and live with.
Miserable. Absolutely miserable. And deep inside of me, I am an artist. I have creativity. And I want to say thank you to everybody. The people who are sending me screenshots of their purchase, keep sending them, man. Keep sending me those screenshots, because I'm going to put them up. I'm going to cover your name, your address, or something like that. Nothing personal, but it's so humbling. I'm honored, and thank you. And my book is good, man. I did the best job that I could do.
Yeah.
And hearing people, so the people who are able to read it now are the ones who are buying ebook Kindle.
Yeah.
Because the other book, the physical book, takes a little longer. But I'm nervous. I'm still nervous because, hey, I can take it. When you tell me, if somebody tells me they didn't like it, or I shouldn't have spoken about this, or I shouldn't have said that, I did have a brief moment today. I was reading my book, and here's the funny thing. Vampiro, you want to hear something?
Yeah.
I'm getting reach outs from people that have not been in my life for a long time.
Right.
And one of the persons is in the book, and I didn't write badly about him because I honor him and I respect him, but I told the truth, and a lot of people don't like the truth. It's a little uncomfortable. I think there's a Spanish saying for that, like the truth isn't a sin, but it is uncomfortable.
It is, but you know what? It's so good, you know, and I see all these dudes that come, and when they get that 15 minutes, you know, they start out real humble and the real thing. And then as soon as they get that 15 minutes, they lose it. What I'm seeing with you, what I'm feeling with you is, you know, you're enjoying this moment. It's like almost a weight off your shoulders. But now I see you in a different, brother, you and I stopped working out. The crazy thing we were just talking about, we both came here at the same time, same age, foreigners. We came from different places. We got here, and we've kind of just stuck together one way or the other over the last 3 decades, and we made it.
But think about it. You got to think about something, and this is to everybody out there. These two guys came from different parts of the world at the same period of time, and we landed in another country. We didn't speak the language. We didn't have the family roots. We didn't have a backbone. We were alone. And for those of you who are from other countries, there's a few countries in the world where there is a vast opportunity. And there's probably 5 countries where you could land there and make it. The US, the UK, Canada, Germany, Australia, maybe those countries, a person can come there and start from zero and make it.
Well, some of them tried to make it in other places. Some of them didn't really work out, but we'll leave that for another podcast.
But we made it.
Yeah, we did, but
we made it.
We also fell in hard times, and the rebirth. So now at the stage of the rebirth, the book is out. You're getting all these beautiful comments, and this to me, it's been motivational because this book has kind of really been the groundwork for me getting back to.
Thank you for the comments.
Getting back on track. Now we're going to start working out. Now we're going to start showing that it's not a comeback story. It's just turning up the volume.
Wait a minute. I've got to confess.
Okay.
I've been working out a little bit. I've been doing my shoulder rehab exercises. The other day, I think I pumped out 3 push-ups.
Good.
And
3 more than me.
I trained with Divino. You saw me.
Yeah.
I had Divino in the ring. I want to work Greco-Roman wrestling for his balance and his strength. So I cheated. I said I was going to start with you.
Yeah.
But this is like workout. Now we got to get serious.
Well, I'm fueling, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. But seeing you so geeked, when seeing you so motivated has really pushed me to really get back on track. And I got to say, the book. The story is the story. The story is phenomenal. The great part about the story they taught me in pro wrestling is that the reason your character is going to work is the closer you are to really who you are in the real world, that's what's going to sell because people can relate to that. That's what he is. So I'm saying to you, thank you for your book because when I saw you struggling, I was at the worst period of my life, Scott.
But you talking recently or when I was living with you?
No. Recently, like this, like a year ago. Actually, it's like a year ago to the day. I was sitting in that office learning AI, learning how to make movies. Remember?
I remember. I was going through a metamorphosis. I believe that we go through changes.
Sure.
And they're painful. It's kind of like they have several ways to compare it, but like a lobster growing out of its shell. And it's painful, and it leaves the shell, or a snake out of its skin. There's or the caterpillar turning into a butterfly, or whatever you want to compare it to. I think I was going through that.
You were. What I saw in you is you were coming to the decision. You've decided. And you were ready to pull the trigger on it. And I remember you starting to write this at the same time I was starting to get into making movies and writing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, same time.
And I was struggling like a motherfucker. And you were really going through it. You were really in the fire. And now it hasn't even been a year. It's been a year to the day, more or less. But now we've gone through it. Now it's out. Like because of the effort that was put into the book, it's going to do the same for you. You're going to enjoy the story. I enjoy the story because I kind of see it live every day. So every time it's like I got to turn the volume down every now and then because I'm telling you, being around him, I can only imagine what he was like when he was younger. But the effort that he put into this book has, I was basically living in a van. Now I have my own studio again. I have my own radio station again. My podcast is booming. My life has turned around because of the example he set, living the life he did, getting out of that life he lived, doing what he's done, and putting it in writing. This is the hardest thing that I think you've ever done was write this book.
It is. And now, don't get this wrong. There's a lot of difficulties in life. My divorce was hands down one of the worst periods of my life.
That wasn't that bad.
I prefer prison over what I went through with my divorce.
Brother, I will never forget the I don't want to say any names, but I'll just never forget the look on your face when we took a ride one night and we saw some people that you trusted on the other side of the fence.
Oh yeah.
And I remember we just parked and I'm like, if he gets out of this car, you'd either have another book to write, or this book wouldn't have been written.
I'd be in jail writing it.
Yeah.
I look, all of those feelings, and when you are a man, this goes for all men, not just for street men. We all have a caveman gene inside of us, and violence often appears to be the solution, and it also appears to be sometimes the only thing that some humans understand. But I like to avoid violence at all costs, because punching somebody in the face or slapping them, that's, to me, that's not really violence. But it doesn't usually work out well when violence is involved.
No, and that's another use for the book. Aside from getting entertaining, getting motivated in life, you can put it on certain parts of the body. But that's another story for another time. We don't talk about that in this book. But listen, this book is great. This book is entertaining, and it's educational. Educational because there's a lot of people out there who wear this shirt, but they really didn't play on the team. That's not what this book is. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to have to tell you, because a lot of you don't understand the importance of this. When one of us, it doesn't matter if I'm not from Chicago, it doesn't matter if you're from New York, it doesn't matter if you're Puerto Rican, it doesn't matter what hood you banged in. I'm fucking telling you, when one of us gets out, all of us have to come together. This needs to be on the bestseller list. Now, a lot of you are, just like all of us do, hey, can you hook me up? No, fuck that hookup thing. Hook him up for once. Now, here's how you do that. Don't order just the book and wait 2 or 3 months to get the fucking thing and complain. Buy the ebook. The more that it's $1.99. It doesn't take big numbers. As soon as we get this on the bestseller list, one of us, we can fly the flag with pride that all that shit that we went through was for a reason. Don't be a fucking lobster trying to get out of the fish tank and they climb on each other's back and then the bottom one kicks it the fuck out. That's not what this is about. This is about supporting you. All those days in the fucking corner, all those fucking days. Yeah, my dad left too, but hey, fuck it. Life goes on. I'm not going to sit here and point the finger. I'm going to point the finger at me and say, I want to be a part of this fucking journey, and so should you. Brother is a lot deeper than family. Brother is a lot deeper than friends or cliques. Brother is, I fucking got your back. And if you really got somebody's back, spend that fucking $1.99 and just help out, man, because the more of us that have a voice, the more of you are going to have a chance to get out too.
So what you have to do is you either buy the paperback or the hardcover, and just add the ebook. It's on sale for this first week, I believe, and all you got to do is get them both, add it. It helps the algorithm, pushes me a little bit to the front. I want to be honest. I don't even want to be on the bestseller list if it's not good, and I think it's good. I've probably read it about 40 times by now. I do know it by memory. Buy it, read it. I promise you, you're going to enjoy this journey because it's just beginning.